I know you can't see them, but there's a screech owl, and he gets the barking and howling out here, and they have a conversation back and forth. Of course, the owl has shut up now, so I'm going to shut up and see if I can catch anything good. Panther fans, Rangers tonight. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, we have to be honest about this. The Rangers are, right now, points-wise, best team in the league. I have a feeling, especially considering last year, I believe they beat us all 3 times. So my general feeling here is this is a bigger game for us than it might be for them, which might be to our advantage. Okay, we'll just put it that way. Now, we're not going up against Igor tonight. We are going up against the Joe Flacco of the NHL and Jonathan Quick, who somehow, after everybody thought he was kind of done, has come into New York to be the backup and has pretty damn good numbers. So this is not going, we've played the backup goalies to some other teams, and they've actually done pretty well against us. So 6 of one, half dozen of another, okay? It doesn't matter if we're playing a literal brick wall or if there's an empty net, we're going to score either 2 or 3 goals. That's pretty much it, Panther fans. That's what it's going to be. We're either going to win 3-2, 2-1, or we're going to lose 2-0, 2-1, 3-2. I mean, it's like 90% chance of what's going to happen. That said, we're at home. Just play our game. Just absolutely play our game. We know what we need. We need Bubba, right? We need prime Vezina Bubba. In terms of Kachuk, we've talked about it enough. Just let Reinhart get another couple goals. How much more money can he cost us, right? I mean, he's basically on pace for about 50 goals. Whether he gets 40 or 60, is it really going to make a big difference? Reinhart at this point either is going to take less money to stay with us or he's not. And he's probably already made that decision in his head. So what we need to do tonight is stay healthy, play smart, no stupid penalties, because that's the thing. The Rangers got the best power play in the league, I think 31%. Jesus, that's insane. That's crazy good, and they got Trocheck, so we all know what's coming there. Limit their chances, Panthers. No stupid penalties. When we get a power play, God help us, every once in a while we get a couple of power play goals, and then we go dark for another 10 days. So that is what it is. Panthers, give me 2. All right, so 1-1 after 1. It's 1 period of play, so anything can happen in this game. But in terms of 1 period of play, it was about as damn near perfect if you're a Panther fan, because we get the short side goal on Quick, and he was pissed. Oh, he was pissed. Trocheck takes a penalty, and then near the end of the period, he had a good chance on Bob, and Bubba flashes the leather on him, and it's 1-0 after 1. What I will say about this matchup that I see on the ice now is just start the series, the playoff series, in overtime at Game 7. Because that's where it's going. I know we're not there yet, but should these two teams meet, just start the series. Just forget the first 7 games. just get on the ice. First team to score wins. Because otherwise, whoever is going to win in the series is just going to get exhausted again and not be able to beat the Western Conference team. So I think Rangers and Panthers fans, because we're kind of sick of Western, we need an Eastern Conference team to win. Rangers, Panthers fans, let's agree. If we end up in the Eastern Conference Finals together, forget the series, just pretend it's Game 7 overtime, first team to score wins. Save ourselves the trouble. All right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's 3-2 Panthers after 2. Not quite our typical second period, because usually the way it works is we get the 2-0 lead and then we blow the lead in the second period. This was a little bit better. We blew the lead, but then we got it back. It's 3-2. That was like a whole hockey game. That period was like a whole hockey game. It had everything. And I suspect and expect the third period to be rocking and rolling. I haven't changed my mind, by the way. Just start the series in the Game 7, because, I mean, these two teams are very, very even. Their defenses are very good. They've got a ridiculous amount of offensive talent that just can be a massive pain in the ass to play against. And the goaltending is excellent. So, I mean, it's like just, boy, this is a frustrating game. So, couple of mistakes Panthers made. It's 2-0, and then we're in the defensive zone, and Forsling loses his stick. And this stick is like way over there. And he's in front of the net, and he's doing the right thing. And then he decides, with Panarin over here coming in from the left, that's when Forsling decides, I'm going to take off this way and go try to get my stick. And of course, the Rangers win the battle. They get the puck to Panarin, and it's basically 2-on-none. Ekblad was trying to get back, but Forsling left his man literally. Like, he didn't lose his man. He said, I'll be right back, Brad. I'll be right back. Just hold on a second. And just went to go get his stick. And you can't do that. If you don't have your stick, you stay on your man. And if you have to take a penalty and we go to a power play or a penalty kill, then that's what you do. You can't just leave the guy wide open in front of the net. Now, that's probably the biggest mistake Florence's ever made in his career. I'm not saying it's like a huge thing, but he doesn't make stupid mistakes like that. That was like, you expect that from Uyghur, maybe Ekblad. But Ekblad's been playing better. Ekblad, I think he's, I've seen a couple times tonight where in the past, where the puck was coming to the blue line, and he would have tried to pinch in and get to it, and then lose the puck, and the puck's going back the other way. I've seen him a couple times tonight play it safe and just let the puck come out of the zone and just start backing up with it. Nick Cousins didn't have a good second period. Nick Cousins, but now we were blaming Nick Cousins for the one breakaway. But Nick, I didn't see the goal because I was still doing push-ups from the first goal. So I didn't see the second goal. But Nick says that what we did was we sent 4 men along the boards, and Ekblad pinched and shouldn't have and got caught, and that's why everybody was going back the other way. I thought I saw Cousins either get in the way of a pass or screw up the pass, but I was just standing up from doing the push-ups, and next thing I knew, the puck was in the back of the net, and I had to start lifting again. Before the game started, Kyle predicted 5-3 Panthers, and I laughed my ass off at him, and I said, you think we're going to get 5 against the Rangers? But I think if we win this game, we're going to need to win it 5-3. That said, we're probably headed for overtime. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 points! You didn't see this, the quick clap coming. It was the quick clap because we got 4 against quick. See how that worked? I just made it up as I did it. 2 big, fat, beautiful. Oh boy, let me tell you, when they tied the score 3-3, I knew they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it that way. There's no way the game is going to end on, even though it was tied. But, I mean, Barkov gets hit in the head. and they get a shorty, and that's how we're going down? No, not this team. Maybe teams in the past with the Panthers, but not last year's Panthers, and sure as hell not this year's Panthers. That's not how it goes around here anymore. Real quick on the Barkov hit, my opinion when I watched it was if we had done that to another guy, we would be saying it was accidental. It shouldn't be a major. That was my thoughts. A lot of the people on the stream disagreed with me, but I try to be honest with that. I didn't see it as intentional. I mean, Barkov kind of turned his head into the guy, so 2 minutes, and it ended up costing us anyway. Now, Barkov did come back. He did come back, but he was not on the ice at the end. When we had 5 guys out on the ice, he was not out there at the end. I don't know if there's something to read into that or not. He looked okay. I thought maybe he broke his nose because he immediately grabbed his nose, but when he came back, he didn't have a cage. It didn't even look like he had like a bloody nose or whatever, so don't know exactly what that was, but I remain convinced that they have a clone machine in the back. That's what we figured out. They have a clone machine in the back, and we clone Barkov and Forsling. Whenever they get hurt, they just go to the back, and we bring out a new one. And the problem with the Tkachuk one is, if you've seen the movie Multiplicity, the Tkachuk clone is a copy of the copy of a copy, and that's what the problem is, because that is not the dude that was on the ice last year. All right? I mean, I keep trying to say it's okay, just do what you're doing, but jeez, I'm almost convinced that this might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but I'm almost convinced that I could score a goal in front of the net quicker than Tkachuk could right now. I swear, it is like somebody has a remote control on the puck, and whenever the puck is near him, it's just, as much magic as he had last year, it is like the opposite this year. He just can't, it won't go in, he can't find it, he flubs it, he passes it. But we keep winning because of this. I told you the formula last time. This one was a little bit different. But basically, some random guy, and then Reinhart gets 2 when we win the game. Right? Verhaeghe had to finish this one off at 4-3. And, I mean, Verhaeghe hit the post at least once. Barkov hit the post. Somebody hit the crossbar. It might have been right. I forget. We were peppering them with shots. They were peppering us with shots. I mean, if this turns into a playoff series, which, let's be honest, if it's a playoff series, we know what series it's likely to be. Good luck to my heart. Good luck to your stomach. And that will be, ain't going to be no sweep like we did to the Canes last year. Let's just put it that way. Okay? That will be some crazy, even with great goaltending. I mean, it was 4-3 tonight. You know what I mean? So, 2 very well evenly matched teams. And it was a good game. Beautiful, beautiful to get the 2 points. And now it's been what? Vegas, Tampa, and the Rangers. You know, after losing to, like, we lost to Seattle and we lost to Calgary. I'm telling you, those guys were sick. This by far, my opinion, I think this might be the best game we played all year. In terms of moving as a 5-man unit, in terms of getting the offense really moving and cycling the puck, I think this was the best game we played all year. Probably wasn't the best defensive game we played all year. Wasn't bad. It was very good with some bad moments. You know what I mean? It wasn't like consistently great or consistently bad. I think it was a good performance on defense with some bad moments. The top line is like half the team, though. I mean, it's like Barkov, Rodriguez, and Reinhart. Rodriguez gets one short side. Second line, I mean, Bennett is doing his thing. Tkachuk, and then Verhaeghe, right? You can always count on Verhaeghe. I will say the third line tonight, Lundell, Luosterainen, and then Lockwood actually got moved up after Cousins' bad second period. But Lundell and Lusterinen were very, very active tonight. They looked a lot more like themselves. Puck's still not going in the back of the net. That's okay. And then the fourth line, Stenlin doing his thing. Lombard, I'm not going to say Lombard kind of looks invisible this year, but I'm not noticing him as much. You know what I mean? In years past, Lombard would get chances and whatnot, and that fourth line is just kind of, in a way, they're invisible. But it's kind of good to be invisible, because what you need out of your fourth line is to not get scored on, take time off the clock, etc. So all that's going well. We are short a top 9 guy. Okay, we give Nick Cousins a tough time, but he is in a role he shouldn't be in. Okay, he's not a top 9 guy. So it's like in football, if you asked your best linebacker to play defensive tackle, well, it's not going to work out. Okay, Nick Cousins is a good fourth line player, but he's a good fourth line player, but that's where he belongs. You put him in the top 9 night after night after night, eventually the shine is going to wear off. Okay, so we are short a top 9 guy. I don't think Lockwood's the answer either. I think if there is a spot there, Paul, hello, Paul, remember the 2 kids, Mackey and Sordif, that you said were going to play 100 games this year, half in the AHL, half in the NHL? Would it kill you to give one of those guys next to Lundell and Lusterinen a few games? Just to see, just to change the juju, to change the motion of the ocean on that line? It would kill you, wouldn't it, Paul? Because they're not gritty veterans. Come on, all right? We ain't never going to develop any of these kids if we don't play them. They eventually have to be in and out and up and down. You have to get these kids moving a little bit, because you never know at what point you can't sign a Reinhardt or a Verhaeghe, and you need guys, good young players on cheap young deals like Owen Tippett that we threw away. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me started. Now, on defense, this was by far Forsling's worst game in a long time. Now, it wasn't consistently bad, but there was a couple of really big brain fart moments, and we'll leave it at that. Ekblad, I said, no, I can't just sit here and bitch about Ekblad. He doesn't really do anything to really bitch about. That I saw, a couple other people saw some things. To me, I think he's learning to play a little bit more within himself. It kind of looks like to me that the roles on that line have changed a little bit, with Ekblad staying back a little bit more and Forsling pushing a little bit more. Although on the one goal, apparently Ekblad did pinch, which is why he should just stay back. He's too slow to pinch in the first pair. Everybody else, Mikula laid out, nice couple of hits. Kulikov, invisible, but it's good. When you're on defense and you're invisible, it means you didn't do anything bad or good, so we'll take it. So we get a big fat 2 points. Beautiful, and it's good. It's good. All right? For the most part, pending whatever is wrong with Barkov, hopefully he's okay. I mean, he came back, but you know how those things go. As long as we're staying healthy, goaltending. Now, we should see Stolarz tomorrow night. Okay, I got to get Bubba his pets. Bubba. Bubba made some obscene, absurd saves tonight that kept us in the game, but that's what we expect from Bubba, right? That's his job. That's his role on this team. Tomorrow night, Anthony Stolarz gets his role on this team, which is we beat Vegas, Tampa, and the Rangers. Don't screw it up against the Canadians now. All right, the Canadians don't exactly suck. They're a very decent, middle-of-the-road team. Don't screw it up. Don't go in there and be like, oh, shit. That's right, we got a game tonight. Don't do that. All right? Keep it pushing. Keep going. I know it's Friday, Saturday, but then I don't think we have a game until Tuesday again. So leave it all out there on the ice. Get yourself a nice, big, fat 2 points in a 4-game win streak. All right. I will be live tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock for everybody. The reviews are now live. Tom will join me tomorrow morning and Sunday morning. Tom will join me as guest host. The link will be the pinned comment to the live stream. If you're comfortable with your Wi-Fi and you want to come on and jump on for a few minutes, come on in. I have somebody that's offered to help me build and manage a Discord so that it can be a call-in show as well. So as we go, we will just work it out. I had a great time because I get to engage with you guys in the comments. I don't really get to engage as much during the live stream because we're streaming a game, calling a game. So I had a really good time engaging with you guys in the comments. And as I get feedback on what you guys would like, what you don't like and everything, we'll just make adjustments. And so if there's something that you'd like to see, let me know. I'll do the best I can to make it work. But for this weekend, Tom will be joining me. Tom writes the articles, and you guys have seen him. He's been on a couple of videos with me before. And then, yeah, Kyle and I will be live 1/2 hour before the game tomorrow. And we'll be live for the Dolphin game on Sunday. Real quick, last thing. A couple of people have asked what happens if, because there is a slight chance, that the Dolphins could have a playoff game at the same time as Panther game. And I talked to Nick from Twisted Wrister today, and we are going to try to work it out where if the Dolphins have a playoff game, obviously Kyle and I want to cover the playoff game on the football channel. If the Panthers have a game at the same time, Nick from Twisted Wrister will live stream the Panther game on this channel so that we don't miss out. You guys don't miss out, all right? So whatever happens, we're going to have you covered on both channels. So we're good to go there. All right, Panthers get a big bet. Panthers get a big fat 2 points. I'll see you live at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.